Hello guys, this is Summer once again from Sony Tech. So I'm going to be your instructor for this crash course. Also, I'll be leaving a link in the description down below to all the resources you'll be using for this crash course. Okay, so let's begin. Okay, so what then is HTML? So HTML5 is the standard markup language for creating or describing web pages and web applications. And it stands for, or it means hypertext markup language. And also, a markup language is a set of markup tags. So we'll be looking at tags later in the lecture. Okay, so HTML documents are described by HTML tags. So we'll be looking at tags as I said earlier. And each tag describes different document content. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, so this is the basic HTML5 structure. It has the doc type, the HTML, the head, the title, the body, and some H1 and P tags. Okay, so this is a simple explanation of what we looked at earlier, which is this one. So you see the doc type declaration defines the document type to be HTML. So it tells the code editor that we are going to be coding in HTML5 or simply HTML. So the text between HTML describe an HTML document. Sorry about that. So we can go through this. Because of time, we are going to be moving on. Okay, so HTML tags. So HTML tags are keywords, into brackets, tag name surrounded by angle brackets, just as we have here. So HTML tags normally come in pairs, like P and P backslash P. The first tag is in a pair in the start tag. The second tag is in the end tag. Okay, so you can read this too. And there's one important thing here. You see that the start tag is often called the opening tag, and the end tag is called the closing tag. Okay, so the doc type HTML is not case sensitive, so you can write it any way you want or anyhow you like. Okay, so let's talk about text editors. I'm being too fast because we have lots of stuff to code. Okay, so we have Notepad, we have Visual Studio Code, which I'm going to be using, and we have Adobe Dreamweaver, we have Sublime Text Editor, we have Atom Text Editor, we have Bracket Text Editor. But if you want to code along with me, you can use Visual Studio Code. Also, there's going to be a link in the description down below to my video on Visual Studio Code, that is getting started with Visual Studio Code and the environment setup. Okay, so let's start to code. Okay, so I have my Visual Studio Code open. You can open your text editor and let's start to code. Okay, but before we start Visual Studio Code, I'm going to show you how you can use Notepad to write your HTML document. So I've got this dummy stuff here. I'm going to paste it here, and the title is my Notepad web page. So inside the body tag, I can do a div. Oh, sorry, a div. Let me close the div, and I will say hello world. Okay, so a div is a tag in HTML. I'm not sure I'm going to cover that in the tutorial. We have some other stuff. We have div, we have section. So let me do section. My sites. Okay, so section. Let me see paragraph. My paragraph. Okay, so my paragraph. So P, and I'll close it. So backslash to close, backslash. I'm going to save this and open it in the browser. So save as notes pad.html. I'm going to save that on my desktop. Okay, so this is when you're using Notepad, when you don't have any text editor installed. So notepad.html is here. So I can open this now. Okay. Nice, so it's showing here. Okay, so now let's continue with Visual Studio Code. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of the welcome screen. So I've created a folder on my desktop and I've named it HTML5 crash course. Also, I've opened it in Visual Studio Code. So I have an image here and a video and an audio. Okay, so to create an HTML5 file, you click here and let's create index.html. Okay, so I can now generate my HTML5 boilerplate by simply pressing the exclamation key and hitting enter. So this is a property of Visual Studio Code. I'm going to change this to HTML. Oh, what's happening? HTML5 crash course. Okay, so now you can save this now. I'm going to save this. Okay, so we have nothing here, so we can open it and see. Okay, so index.html. So what's happening? Sorry about that. Oops. Okay, sorry. Okay, so I'm going to open this with Lifesaver. It's an extension I downloaded in my extension marketplace. So when you move over here, you search for Lifesaver. So I'm going to go live. Okay, so it's blank. Okay, so let's start code. Okay, so first for our HTML, we're going to talk about comments and horizontal lines and paragraphs and heading tags, etc. Okay, so first the comments. So comments is a tag that does not run. Okay, so it's only going to be showing to the developer, but when you type anything inside the comment tag or in between the brackets, it's not going to output to the browser. Okay, so to bring out the comment, you simply type this. So this is my comment. Okay, so when we view this, so there's nothing here. Okay, so this is how to type a comment. I'm going to be using this to make my work neat or make our tutorial neat. Okay, so now let's talk about horizontal lines. Okay, so to bring a horizontal line or to generate one, I'm going to just type HR and hit enter. Okay, so let's see what we have. Okay, so this is our horizontal line here. You're going to see the use later or its important later. Okay, so now let's talk about paragraph. So I'm going to bring out my comments here. Let me copy this. I'm going to be a bit fast because of time, so let me get rid of this and do paragraph tag. Okay, so this is the syntax for paragraph. So just P and hit enter. You can type in whatever you want. So I'm going to generate some dummy text. So I'm going to do Lauren, say 10. Okay, so let's see what we have as our output. Okay, so this is how the paragraph works. Okay, so now I'm going to introduce some formatting. So let me increase this. Let me do another paragraph and do Lauren 50. Okay, so Alt Z to wrap the text. Okay, so I'm going to introduce bold. So to do bold, you simply open your brackets and type B and close it. Okay, so Visual Studio Code automatically auto completes it for me. I'm going to grab this, cut, I'm going to paste it here. So let's see what we have. Okay, so Lifesaver auto refreshes it for me. I don't have to refresh. Okay, so we can do another thing. We can do strong. It's just like a bold. So strong. Let me grab this, cut, we paste it here. Okay, so let's see. Nice. Okay, so we can do italic or italize this text. Let me do I. So let me grab this, cut and paste. Okay, so let's see our output. Okay, so we see the text has changed. Okay, so next let's talk about the heading tags. Let me grab this, copy, paste. Let me change this quickly. Heading, sorry. So heading. Okay, so HTML5 has 5 heading. So we have H1. Let me duplicate this. So Shift Alt and the down arrow keys. So we have from H1 to H6. H1 being the highest or being the largest, and it follows in that order. So H6 is the smallest. So H2, sorry about that. H4, H5, and H6. Okay, so now let's put in some dummy text. So we say header 1, header 2, we do header 3, and header, sorry, so we do header 4, so header 5, and header 6. So now let's see our output. Oh, what's happening? Okay, nice. I think my left ever was misbehaving. Okay, so we have header 1, header 2. You see it decreases. So header 1 is a bit larger. So but when you apply CSS, we'll do that later someday. When you apply CSS, you can still alter this thing and introduce maybe the font size. Okay, so enough with the header. So you can play around with this. So now we're going to move to the list. So we have ordered and unordered list. This is going to be a brief and a simple but simplified and understandable crash course. What am I even saying? Okay, so we have ordered and unordered. Did I get it right? Ordered list. Okay, so for our unordered list, we simply type OL, and inside this OL we have list items. So we can have, so let me write list 1. So with the ordered, it's going to number it 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. But with the unordered, it's going to be like bullet point, like dot or box or anything. Okay, so we have list 2, and we have list 3. Okay, so now let's see our output. Okay, so this is the ordered list. You see it puts 1, 2, 3, which is very nice. Okay, so now let's check out our unordered list. I'm going to use Embed to type this fast. I'm going to do UL and greater than, because I want an LI and I want 3 of them, so times 3. This is the power of VS Code. It automatically generates it for me. So let's do list 1 and list 2, list 3. Okay, so now let's see the difference. Okay, so you see there's difference. So this is an ordered list. So nice. So now let's move on. I'm being a bit fast. Sorry about that. Oh, guys, sorry. Okay, so with the for this section, I'm going to introduce another thing called break. So the BR tag. So you can simply do BR and hit enter. So it's going to wrap the text. So as the name suggests, will break. So let's see. So we ended at is it consec? I don't know what this is. Let's just check out. I don't know. Okay, let's try it one more time. Let me get rid of this. Let's see. Okay, so let's put a break here. So you see the effect. Okay, so after this, let's put a BR. And now let's see. Oh, sorry. I don't know what's happening. Okay, so this is a break property. We're using it later in the tutorial. Okay, so now VS Code. Okay, so now we're going to move to our image tag. Okay, so image. HTML is super simple. You can learn HTML in just 5 minutes. Okay, so let me get rid of this and do image tag. Okay, so nice. Okay, so to insert an image into your web page or your website, you simply type img, and okay, so let me use the first one. So img, and give it a source. So the source is going to be the location of the image or the name of the image or something. So source, I have one. So sunny dot jpeg is a jpeg. And okay, so let's see. Okay, so this is a picture of me laughing. I don't know who took this shot, but it looks funny. Okay, so this alt here is going to help screen readers. So we can do, so see me. Okay, so you see let's see a picture of a handsome boy smiling. Smiling. Okay, so let me make a mistake here. Let's see. It's not going to show. So when maybe the browser fails to load, the alt is going to display. So now let's see. Okay, so you see a picture of a handsome boy laughing. Okay, so now let me undo this, refresh. Okay, so and also I'm not doing CSS, but then you can change the height and width of this image. So you can do height and do say 500 px and do width width, so 500 px. So let's see. Okay, so you see it has reduced a bit. Okay, so now let's talk about the anchor tag or the link tag. So let me grab this, copy, so paste and do link tag or anchor tag. Oh, okay, so for the link tag, it's just a simple tag called E. So we put in E and it generates this. So this is VS Code. Okay, so we can do click me. So this href is going to be the location. You are going to put the file part or the web page part here, so that when someone clicks on the click me here, so let's see what we have first. Okay, so we have click me here. Okay, so you see my cursor has changed to the pointer. Okay, so let me put index2.html. let's see what we have. So now you can put att google.com whatever here. When you click on it, it's going to take you to Google. We'll try that soon. Okay, so let's try. So click me. See, Sonitech is full of lazy developers. I don't know who developed this Moon, but I don't know. It looks somehow funny. Okay, so there's nothing here, there's no content, so we can click here and go back to or navigate back to our home page. Okay, so let's try this one more time. Okay, so let me see. Okay, let me copy my YouTube channel URL. So copy. Let me duplicate this, and this time I'm going to delete this and paste this here. Okay, so now let's try it one more time. So the second one, so it's going to take me straight to YouTube. We don't want that. So okay, so I hope you got that right. So let me put a break tag. Let me do BR so that it separates the two click. Okay, so one has come to the bottom. Okay, so next let me grab this, copy, to paste it here. So now we are going to look at our video elements. So video, and next audio. So video. Okay, so for the video, to insert a video, you just simply do video and you give it a source. So video.mp4, and let's see what we have. Okay, so this is a picture of a girl listening to a music and it's too big. Okay, see, so there's nothing happening here. So to watch the video, to make the video alive, you put controls. So controls here, so that it enables the control. So let's try this one more time. Okay, so you see now we have the control. So now it's working, and it's also downloadable. So when I press here and I click download, you see my download will start. Okay, see, it has downloaded. So I can alter the height and the weight of this thing. So I can do with 100 px and give it a height. I'm not doing CSS, I just want to show you guys something. So now let's see. Okay, so you see it has reduced. Okay, so now let's move to our audio. So the audio is just like the video tag. So paste audio. Okay, so for the audio, simply type audio and give it a source. You have an audio file. So let me see. Okay, so Maroon 5. So Maroon 5, and let's see. Okay, oh, why isn't it showing? Okay, so it's not showing because we did not include the controls. So do controls. So, oh, okay, so now it's showing. So now let's play. Oh, nice. Here's to the ones that we got. You can alter the, or you can also download. I'm not going to do that because of time. So now back to VS Code. Okay, so now I think we are done with the audio tag and the video element as well. I hope this is clear and understandable. If you don't get it, please rewind or go back and watch it once again. Okay, so now I want to look at embedding the video element. I'm supposed to do that, but so you can embed a video element from YouTube. I skipped that, sorry about that. So let me go back to my browser. So environment. Okay, so when you have a video on YouTube and you want to embed it into your project, you can simply right click on the video and choose copy embedded code. Let me do this one more time. So click on the video, copy embedded code, and let me paste it here. Okay, so it's going to generate an iframe, its own HTML and CSS. So now let's move back to VS Code. Okay, so it's taking time. It's supposed to appear here because of my slow and poor internet. We will check out this later. So now let's move to the next section, which is the table elements. So to insert a table into your web page, you simply type table and the table row, so tr tag. Inside the tr, you can do the table data. So I'm going to duplicate this 3 times. I'm going to do male going to do female, and let me see, custom. Okay, so let's do LGB whatever LGBTQ plus I don't know. Okay, so now let's see our output. Okay, so this is the YouTube. You see that come, so you can watch it here when you copy the embedded code and paste it into your project. Okay, so this is our table. It's not showing, but then we'll work on it. Okay, so let me grab this and do one more time. So copy, paste it outside of the closing tag of the tr. Okay, so I'm going to do 10 and 5, and I hate this LGBT or whatever people, so I'm going to give them 0. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, so our table is appearing, but it's not looking nice, so we can do border and set that to 1, any number, but 1 is okay. Okay, so you see it's looking nice, but later when you learn CSS, you can make nice and awesome tables. And also we can do something here. We can do so BG and set that to maybe yellow, so that's the background color. This is HTML, this is not CSS. So you see, so just change the background color to yellow. Okay, so next we have our form. So to create an HTML form, simply type form, and okay, so we don't need the action, so let's get rid of this. So inside the form we can do an input. We're going to create an email, so form input. I'm going to use VS Code to type everything first. So we do type of text, so get rid of the ID, and so let me duplicate this, and the type of password, so password. So now let's check. Oh, what's happening? Okay, so type of text, we can type anything. This one password. Okay, so now let's modify this. Okay, sorry I'm being too fast. Okay, so now I can put enter. Oh no, let me just do this email, and let me give it a placeholder. So for the placeholder, I'm going to do placeholder. I'm going to do email. Okay, so now enter your email, and let me do a same for here. So placeholder, let me do enter your password. Okay, so let me put password. Okay, so let me put a break tag here. Okay, so now you just see our output. Okay, what's happening? Okay, so now let's see our output. Okay, so now okay, it's not looking nice, so let me put a break, introduce a break tag here. Let me do 2 of this. So now let's see. Oh, what's happening? Okay, so it's looking nice. Okay, so let's deal with text area. So we do BR, another one, so BR. We do text area. That's where you can write your message. So text area, I'm going to set the row to 20. Don't worry about this, I've tried this already, so I just want everything to be nice. Okay, so nice. So let me get rid of the ID. I'm not going to use the ID, so let me give it a placeholder. I'll say enter your message. Okay, so now let's see our output. You mostly see this in websites when they ask you or they require some information from you. So I can type whatever I want here. Okay. Okay, so now let's do it. Buttons. So to include a button, maybe a submit button. So we do button with a type of submit. We have other ones. Okay, so now let's see. So we set this to maybe login or submit. So we're going to do submit. So submit. Sorry guys, I'm being too fast. All the time. Okay. So you see, so you can start this later with CSS, but we are not doing CSS now. I'll be making a crash course on CSS also, but I'm going to take my time. Okay, so now let's move to radio buttons and checkbox. Okay, so for radio buttons we can do input. So input the type radio and get rid of this. You don't need this. And let me do male. Duplicate this. So female. Let's see our output. Okay, so this is the radio button. So I check here and I want to check if I'm going to change from the male to female. Okay, so let me introduce a BR tag here. BR. Okay, so now let's see. Okay, nice. Okay, so now let's look at checkbox. So it's going to be same. So BR. Okay. So input the type of checkbox. So get rid of this as you do every time. Okay, I'm going to do mango. Put BR. Put another BR. Okay, so I'll do orange. So BR. Another BR. To give it some space. And input checkbox. Let me do maybe banana. Did I get it right? Yes. Okay, so now let's check our output. Okay, so I can check it if I want. Okay, so we have a nice looking homepage or site. Okay, so this is basically HTML5. This is all you need to know about HTML. There's a lot we can do with HTML, and the tags are so many, but these are just the basic ones. Yeah, so you can check out more on HTML from w3schools.org. Yeah, they have lots of meaningful and good content. Yeah. Okay, so we'll be doing CSS some other time. And thanks so much for watching this tutorial. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. See you in the rest of the tutorials. Bye.